All right, so we're coming to you from the Kalashnikov match, beautiful range here at the Piney Woods Sportsman Club, the Big Piney Sportsman Club in Houston, Missouri. If there's time, I want to just hand this to random people. There's like 100 dudes out here that are hardcore AK dudes and girls, and just say, I'm not gonna say a word. Here's a gun, here's a mag, just shoot it. We're gonna try to make that happen a little bit today and give all that feedback to Krebs. Just remember, every time you see this gun on our Instagram, his Instagram, our YouTube, whatever, it's in a prototype phase. He just wants to know what we like, what we don't like. His words verbatim, and I'll leave you with this. He doesn't want this gun to be so expensive where no one buys it. He doesn't want to make an overpriced gun. He wants to make something that's better than the AK12 that most people can afford relatively easy. So this will be the very first shots with the brand new prototype M23 from Krebs Custom. I believe we just have it here on the non-suppressed setting. So I'm sure this gun has been test fired by Mark and his crew. Tony and I have not shot it yet. So got some ammo here and some bake mags, and they lock up perfectly. Let's get our stock adjusted the way we want. Trigger feels great, safety is obviously fine. We'll shoot it left-handed and make use of that if you want to come around this side. So a left-handed shooter would basically do the same thing. Sorry if I'm bumping the mic. Sweep down. Very different. I can sure see lefties digging this instead of having to run like the Krebs ambi safety that would put it on their thumb. You know, he said it wasn't zeroed, but from where I'm hitting, it looks pretty zeroed. So I know a lot of people right off the bat are gonna say the sights look too high, the stock looks too high. I would agree with you, it does look that way. Take a few more shots. What's interesting though, with the stock being so high, you kind of have to have iron sights this high. These are basically regular old AR-15 iron sights. If you were gonna run the stock a little bit lower, which we're gonna try, I would definitely have to bring the sights down. I even thought maybe if we run the stock back down to a standard position, maybe we could try some Scorpion sights. Those are really low, and maybe the recoil impulse would change. So the idea behind raising the stock up from Krebs was, maybe if you put the stock more in line with the cycling bolt carrier, maybe the recoil would feel a little bit different. It might feel a little different. Where this thing would really benefit is a muzzle brake.
I want to point out that I misspeak in this video about there only being one non-suppressed setting. The gun has 3 settings right now. Each setting will work unsuppressed. We found that out later with testing with different kinds of ammo. In this video, we're running it on the most open setting the entire time. We found out later that we can turn it down even more. You'll see that in part 2.
Muzzle brake would fix it right up. And like I say, talk to Krebs about giving us more gas settings. He can give up to 6. So we'll have that prototype gas puck soon. Instead of just having one unsuppressed setting, we'll have 4 settings. I think that's gonna be a huge benefit. But right now, if you just want like a gun that's gonna work with a flash hider, which a lot of guys like, it's working pretty good so far. We're like 15 rounds in. But mainly this video is just going to be an introduction into this gun. Basically, I've partnered with Krebs to help him just shoot it. That's it. He wants input. I'm putting this in the hands of a bunch of other shooters. Tony's gonna be shooting it. I'm gonna be shooting it. We're gonna go to competitions with it, taking notes the entire time. Do we like the sight height? Do we like the front rail? Does anything loosen? Do any welds break? I mean, this is a ground up gun. He's told us a couple of things to keep an eye on, some things that he still thinks might need to be beefed up. He wants us to really pay attention to how we like the safety. The trigger's just an ALG trigger, but he wants to know, like, you want it more polished? Do you want it more factory? What do you want? The grips, do we like the grips? What SIG style stocks do we like on this thing? He sent a couple extras. He really wants the community to get their hands on this thing and tell him what do they want this gun to be. Remember, Mark said he got a big kick in the ass when he saw the AK12 come out and saw the big disappointment that people had with it. And he sat and thought, you know, That gun looks awesome. It looks like their head was in the right place, but they really failed on a few different things. This is why the M23 was born. He wanted to make his own version of an AK12, or at least take the idea of the AK12 and put an American twist on it with American quality production. I mean, just look at this handguard. And I know, I've already heard it from some people. Some people just don't like modernized AKs, totally get it. I get it. But some people are open to modernizing the AK because the system runs. It's a great system. You've got some really great calibers available to you. Why not have a tunable gas block from factory? Why not have a rail? Why not have, you know, all these different ways to mount optics from the factory? And with that ambi safety, you can't have a standard optic rail. So it is really cool how he's integrated the front sight block, all one piece here to interface with the dog leg. That's gotta lock up tight. So we're gonna test this thing with optics. We're gonna shoot out the distance. We wanna see if it holds 0. This is the first of many. This is gonna be an ongoing thing. By the time this hits the market, don't know when that's gonna be, it might not look super similar to this. It's probably gonna have some changes. But right off the bat, my absolute favorite thing about this gun, the rail is sick. That gas block. I love the SIG 550 system, and basically what he's done here is gotten very close to what the Swiss have done with their 550 series, which, as you know, is like the Rolex of the AK world. They've got tunable gas blocks that you can change on the fly, and he's done that. So why don't we finish off this mag? Oh, by the way, the muzzle device is held on by a locking nut, just like Galil's, if you're familiar with the Galil Ace, so it's very easy to swap out muzzle devices. Concentric barrel, 14mm thread, so whatever AK muzzle devices you have, you can get it on there and back it up with a jam nut. All right, oh, we're definitely gonna suppress this thing too. All in due time. Trigger works.
Hi, my name's Aiden. I'm gonna shoot this, see if I like it or not. I like it. That's actually really fucking smooth. Can I adjust the gas? I dig it. Anyone else want to shoot?
Made in Illinois, it's gotta be good, right?
This is before a break, before tunable gas.
Yeah, this is really good. For a stock gun, that's not bad at all.
I actually don't mind the sights. I didn't think I'd like them, but
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Can I shoot it again?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I might have to go meet with Mr. Krebs after this is all finished. Who's next?
What's it called? It's like the AK12 was done right. It sort of should have been.
It's nice though. It's
Well,
smooth.
I see the casings are not going very far.
No, I can't see any complaints about it. The sight picture was easy to acquire.
Give me something you don't like about it.
It's all nitpicky cosmetic things. I mean, I change out the grip. I don't really like it so much. It feels too narrow for my thumb. And I don't like peep sights, but beyond that,
It seems to be the biggest complaint. People just don't like the AR sights.
yeah.
Oh, look at them biceps. Don't wear yourself out. It's only like fucking 10 pounds.
Yeah, so that's like 3 more than you normally lift.
Ambi, baby. Looks good. Nice and smooth.
Look at the mag release. Looks a little extended.
Yeah.
Man, you're a trooper sticking it out. Is it adjustable gas?
3 settings right now. He'll have 6 settings before too long.
Okay.
So your opinion really matters, honestly. So just fire away, dude.
pretty flat. I really like it's pretty smooth. It reminds me of a tuned Galil Ace, to be honest.
Give me one thing you don't like about it. Be honest.
If it was me, if I would have known, I probably would have flipped that sight for closer up. I would prefer the wider open one. But
Gotcha.
other than that, about the only other thing I'd change on it would probably be the muzzle device, so I can run a suppressor.
Me too.
So that would be it. The safety's super smooth. And then being a folder.
Try shouldering it left-handed and working that safety if you were shooting it weak-handed.
Oh, that's way better. Normally I have to have like a magwell grip and then remember to move my hand so I don't get my thumb broken. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I'm hoping that he's got a gas port size that's big enough at that length that it'll cycle subs. I mean, it should. I'm sure, Mike Krebs builds some good stuff and he always has, so I'm sure it will.
Let's see if I can go clay fast.
Damn, yeah.
That wasn't bad for no muzzle brake. That was pretty good.
I just polished the trigger more, and I haven't, it's not my gun, so I don't really know, but if you play with that gas setting, I'm sure you could turn it down a little bit. But first impressions, with that, yeah, the SIG stock, I like that, for sure. That's a must. If I can even get it. That's perfect. Especially with that ambi safety, that is really nice.
I know it wouldn't cover up here, but if you flip it over here, I feel like if it were that size on both sides, that would be kind of cool.
That would
The only problem is it doesn't cover up that big gaping hole in your dust cover.
But, oh dude, so if you I'm sure you've done it on the left side.
Yeah, it feels really
Dude,
good.
that is natural. Oh, that's the only thing I could complain about right there.
What's that?
The dust cover release. I think that would be my only nitpick.
Yeah, I think the stock's a little high. And if the stock were to come down, you wouldn't need AR-15 sights. They wouldn't need to be so tall.
Yeah.
You could run like those half sights, those Troy folders that are just half as tall. Or maybe
even
Scorpion sights.
Or even like a combo block with the Texas Weapon Systems peep sight.
Yeah, maybe build a front sight post in.
Yeah.
Like a low pro one. Ooh, like the SIGs, make a folding. A front sight post that folds forward like a SIG, gets out of your way, kind of like a SCAR. I did it! That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Turn the gas down, put a brake on it, try it with a can, try those subs on it.
Yeah.
Move the stock down, try some different optics.
See the way that works out?
Yeah.
And it didn't even get hot. 30 rounds, and that was like...
It's warm.
I didn't
Not
need
hot,
it
but it
at
is warm.
Not too warm.
Sweet.
I think it's slick.
When it's ready to do what you ought to do, have a way to buy it without all the extras.
Yeah.
If you could save money and just not have the stock, not have the irons, no muzzle device, just have a nut, and save yourself $300, buy it that way, and then you put all your own stuff on it.
Right.
She's willing to
You're gonna
do.
change it anyway. You're gonna make it yours.
That's exactly how I would buy it.
Yeah.
There's dudes out there that have stocks already. You've already got your dot. You can't put a can on this at all, so you're gonna put a cherry bomb on it or something.
Yeah.
I would buy it with just a barrel nut on it.
As far as like even like the gas settings and everything, it feels good, but like the actual aesthetics of it, it just flows. It feels right. The whole thing just feels.
There's so many times
What
clay
does it need after
shooting
one mag?
hits me in the face when I'm like,
It's
I
a
have to
It's a dot.
take one for the team. Well,
break.
It does need a break.
Well, if we're talking for competition, it needs a dot and a break. If we're in the battlefield,
I think it needs a break with a
Okay.
suppressor mount.
okay.
If you go in the battlefield, you can put your can on.
Yes.
so I've been keeping count how many times you said battlefield all day.
Beautiful gun, Mark. Beautiful, beautiful gun.